Hi, Lydia. Welcome to the show. So this is Kristen Fagan here. I'm here with Softlex Company for a new episode of Free Spirit Beading. And today we are gonna make a charm bracelet. Hi, Nancy from Pennsylvania. How are you doing today? Happy Monday to everybody. Hope you all had a nice weekend. Hi, Pamela. I had a really great Saturday, and then I had a pretty good Sunday, but I started getting a headache throughout the day and ended up putting myself to bed early, which means I got a lot of good sleep, so I'm feeling a lot better today. Hi, Susie. So today we're gonna work on a simple charm bracelet using some chains, some connectors, some toggles, and a bunch of charms that I had in my stash. Hi, Sheila from Key West. Awesome. Yeah, thanks, Lydia. I know yesterday I just woke up. Whenever I wake up with a headache, it happens to me usually once or twice a month. And whenever I wake up with it, it just doesn't like to go away. So I just kept throwing things at it all day. And then finally, I ended up just taking a Benadryl and going to bed early. And I did wake up after kind of a long nap, and luckily I was able to fall back to sleep when it was truly bedtime. And now I'm feeling a whole lot better today. We were really windy here yesterday too, so I don't know if that had something to do with it, but it does seem like when it's super windy out, stuff gets blown around and just not feeling so great. So today's a brand new day. Happy to be here, and I'm going to be working on our joyful beading prompt. So for those of you that are in our VIB studio on Facebook, we have a Facebook group, Softlex Company Facebook group over there, and we are doing joyful beading prompts. We started this in March, and it was just when everyone was starting to go on quarantine. We really wanted to do something to lift everyone's spirits and just encourage you to be creative and bring joy into your day with these joyful beading challenges. Susie says, yes, my allergies have been nuts. Yeah, I have a feeling that was part of it yesterday. So we've been doing these joyful beading challenges, and we started it kind of on a whim in March, and we thought, okay, we'll just do it till the end of the month. Then April came along, and we're all still in the same, lockdown situation, and we decided to go ahead and run it throughout the month of April, figuring we would finish by the end of April. And so we did finish, and then we had so many of you in the group tell us how much you're enjoying the challenges and to keep it going. Yeah, Lynn says the challenges have helped a lot to get through the shelter in place. Thank you. Yeah, you're very welcome. It's been really wonderful for us to see and join in the fun. And what started as something that we just kind of did on a whim, and we were hoping to encourage you to just be creative and do things to keep your mind off the stress of what's going on in the world, has turned into a really lovely part of the group. So if you're not over there, if you're on Facebook, come join us. It's free. It's a free group. There's like thousands of members in there. Everyone is really kind, really creative. It's awesome to see what everyone's making. And so when I was coming up with what to do for my video today, I didn't have any new products. I have some in the mail, so I'll have them for next week's video. So I didn't have any new products to work with from Softlex Company. I decided to take a look at what our prompt was. Hi, Amber. Yeah, I am feeling a lot better. Thank you so much. So today's prompt was to make a charm bracelet. Now, I don't usually make charm bracelets very often. I have a ton of charms from when I worked in another bead store really long time ago. And it was fun to be able to pull that out and look through some of these items I've got, and figured let's just do a really simple charm bracelet. So that's what we're gonna do today. I've just been sort of putting these jump rings on the charms while I'm talking to you, so that you don't have to sit there and watch me put them all on the charms as I turn the video down. And there's lots of different ways to make a charm bracelet. I mean, you can just add one charm and you essentially have a charm bracelet. You can do a charm bracelet with beads. You can do it with creating your own dangles and drops instead of using an actual charm. You can combine them. You can do half beaded. I decided today that I was going to use up some bits of chain that I have. So I'm gonna use up some bits of chain. We're gonna connect them to connectors, and then we're gonna just simply add the charms. This is a great beginner project. If you're new to beading, all you need to have are a chain nose plier and either two chain nose pliers or a chain nose plier and a flat nose, or a chain nose plier and a bent nose. Any of those combinations would work. And you need some jump rings, you need some charms, and a little bit of chain, and you are good to go. A clasp at the end, and that is it. Oh, it looks like I had exactly enough of these little jump rings. So let me put my last one on here, and let me turn you guys down to my beading table and show you what we're gonna be working with. Well, let's see, pull this down a little bit. All right, so I have these are connectors. And what a connector is a little finding that has two loops on either side. They sell all different types of connectors. These are the ones I happen to have in my stash. I believe these might have been from TierraCast, because I think the majority of my charms here are actually from TierraCast. And before I get started, I did need to mention, I'm sorry, I didn't write my notes today, so I'm a little scattered, but I do need to mention that we do have a special going on at softflexcompany.com. We have spend $59 or more, and you will get a free beachy birthday surprise. It was Sarah Ayler's birthday this week, and she put together a wonderful little surprise gift that has check glass in it. It's got the findings, crimps, and there's a special little surprise in there, and it's all kind of beachy colored, beach themes. It retails for $14.95. You can just buy it. It is available for purchase on the website. Or if you get an order in a $59 or more, and that is good for retail as well as designers, then you will get this beachy surprise gift for free in your order. And that is good until tomorrow at midnight, May 19th. So I've got some connectors I'm working with here. I've got some bits of chain. Nothing fancy. I always hold on to little scraps of chain because you never know when you're going to be able to use them. And Amber's saying, I love the new cutters I got from Softflex. I'm never disappointed with any purchase, of course. And I got the fun birthday surprise. Oh, you did. I hope you liked it. I think it's really a lovely little gift. I would just buy it even on my own. It's really pretty. We did get some new cutters in. We also got some new tools, so you can find some affordable economic tools that look just like this. I think the handles are just a little bit longer on the ones we got in recently, which is good for you guys. It's better for your hand to have a little longer handle. And they come in a flat nose, a chain nose, a round nose, and we have a new pair of cutters. I do believe we sold out of the cutters already, but we have an order of more of them coming in, so sit tight, we will get more in shortly. Yeah, Softlex saying the new cutters is out of stock. I know that there's already an order in place, so we should get them in fairly soon. So I'm going to be using one of our Anna clasp toggles at the end. These come, you can find these at softlexcompany.com, and they come in, I think I'll use the rhodium plated for the one we're doing today. They're really a sweet, tiny little toggle. I think they're super cute, and they work really nice with this particular design today. What's great is it comes in the rhodium plated, we've got copper, we've got like an antique brass, and then also this one is a bit, I think we have a blackened one, like a gunmetal, which looks like I may have used that. I don't think that one's in my package here. But you have all the different metal tones to match all the different crimps. So no matter what you're working in, you will find a clasp that matches. So these are all of my little charms. Most of these, I believe, are from TierraCast at some point or another. There's a flower. Hi, Leslie. Got a dragonfly. And I just went through my bead stash and I pulled out a bunch of silver charms. I tried to look for pairs so that I can kind of do the same thing on one side that I did on the other. That's what I did on the gold example here, but I didn't find pairs in everything, and that's okay. We'll just change it up a couple here and there. This one was from one of my Jesse James bead mixes. And this is what I mean about, you can always just take a bead, attach a head pin, which is on here, make a loop and create your own little charm with your beads as well. So it doesn't have to be a true charm. So this is what my demonstration one was, and we're gonna do something pretty similar. I got started here with my connector in the center. I'm using 3 connectors. So I'm gonna place the connector in the middle, and then I have my 2 little scraps of chain, and then I'm gonna put a connector on each end, and then attach 1/2 of my toggle on each end. I'll take out my little handy dandy tape measure here, and it looks like we'll be just a little bit above 7 inches. Let me see what this guy was here. Because this one fit this actually came to 7 3/4, which fit my hand very comfortably, was like slightly a little bit large, so it hung down a little lower, but was still a good fit. So now I'm just gonna take out my jump rings. I'm not sure what size this is. Let me take a look. Hi, Lee, welcome. Good to see you. These are about 5 millimeters. And if you've never opened a jump ring before, you're going to grab your 2 pliers, holding your jump ring with a split in the center. You're just gonna twist your wrist to open to the side, and then you'll close it to twist it back. So just twist it open like that. I'm gonna add on the one toggle. Let me make sure I opened it wide enough. I didn't, so I'm just gonna twist it open just a little bit more. Add the toggle on one side. I'm gonna add my first connector on the other side, and then grab a hold of both ends again and twist it back till it's nice and closed. So we are just working on a simple charm bracelet today, Lee. That is the beading, the joyful beading prompt of the day. So I decided to play along. And I'm just gonna put my connector on one side, the half of my chain on the other side, and then close it up. I had already added this connector here. It looks like I used a different jump ring actually, so let me take this one off. Keep it consistent. We have a bunch of jump rings over in our closeout section to take a look at. We also have a bunch of clasps over there too. We are clearing out our findings, doing a little spring cleaning. And once we get through that, we're hoping to bring in some new goods. So connector and chain. What do you guys think of charms? We have a handful of charms at softflexcompany.com. Mostly the Swarovski, they're like the Austrian crystal, Swarovski. Crystal charms is what we've got over there. And actually I think they're on closeout too, so they would be great to pick up right now as well. But we don't have too many other charms, just silver charms or gold charms like what I'm working with today. Is that something you guys design with a lot? Do you like charms? I was even thinking I pulled out some of my tassels from some of my Jessie Jane bead mixes, some of my old mixes, and maybe we'll add some of these in there too, because that could be really cute to make it like a tassel charm bracelet could be pretty cute as well. So all of these little charms here, I've already attached a small jump ring to. This is probably about a 3mm size jump ring. So I went through and attached the first jump ring there, and each one is gonna have another jump ring that we attach to the charm. Lydia says, I usually get charms that all have a theme to them, like all related to tea. And Amber says, I have to add a JGB tassel. Yes. Yeah, I think that's common. I feel like a lot of my charms were probably a little more florally in nature with the addition of some stars and dragonflies. And even though these stars are pretty, they don't have a two-side. It's nice when charms have a double side, so this way whenever, no matter how you're wearing it, you see it. I think these stars are the only ones that are kind of flat on the other side. All of the other ones have. I like these black tassels. So right now I'm just playing with where I might want to put them on the bracelet before I get going. I also like these. They have like a little shimmer of silver in there. I'm feeling very monochromatic today, it looks like, which is okay. Let's see. If I stay monochromatic, I could use these gray little tassels. Maybe I'll take out the stars. Let's see. So I took out these stars, I took out those. What do you guys think of the tassels? Should I keep them like symmetrical like that, or should maybe I switch these around? I think I like that better, switched around. Breaks it up a little bit. So now that I did that, let me add these jump rings to the little tassels. I'm wearing gray. I'm very monochromatic today. Lydia likes symmetry. I think it still is symmetrical because they're still kind of spaced out. We've got black, gray, white, and then black, gray, white. So it's going kind of in that pattern, but they're not mirror imaged, I guess I should say. So they're still in a pattern, but they're not mirror images. On the end, the tassels would be too close together and would be cluttered. So you think that I should take on the end, meaning by the toggles? Maybe I will move those two out of the way. Let's see how that goes. So right now I've got the black, the gray, the black, the gray, and maybe I'll move these guys, move this a little bit into the center too. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 1, a tassel, 1, 2. And then we've got 1, 2, a tassel, that guy. Let's try that pattern. And I'm just gonna start on one end. I am going to leave the little 3mm jump rings on the charm, and I'm gonna open up one of these larger ones. Gonna stick that on the end and then add my charm and close it up. And let me do a little counting here. So we've got 1, 2, whoop, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 open spaces, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I'm going to take that one out. 1, 5. I think that that makes more sense. 1, 2, 3. And this one, do I want to keep in? I think I want to keep in this little hand with the heart. And I'll take that guy out. So now I've got 5 charms in each center, and then 1 charm that's on the ends here. And now I'm just going to move on and start adding all these charms into the open loops on my chain. So if you look at this chain, I've got kind of a squiggly loop here, and then I've got an oval, and then a squiggle, and then an oval. And what I'm doing is I'm adding the charms to all of the ovals. One, two, three, four, five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I do. You're right. I will have to redo that second side because I think I only have 5 loops open. Let's see, unless I have one too many loops. 1, 2, 4, 5. No, I have 5 loops on this side. So I did charm, tassel, charm, tassel, charm, charm, aha, that's where I messed it up. Charm, tassel, charm. And now I think I want to keep this little ginkgo leaf because these are, I have dragonflies and then I have these flowers. So I think I'll stick with the dragonflies and the flowers. Important to always keep counting when you're working, isn't it? It's a good thing I have you guys here to save the day. So that is coming along very, very sweet. So I think the prompt this weekend, or Friday, I should say, was to work with gemstones. And I had a lot of fun. I had a necklace that I hadn't worked with in a while. A amethyst gemstone. What did I do here? Did I spin it around? Is that what happened? I thought I was working this way, and now it looks like I'm working this way. I must have just flipped it around when I picked it up. I will go with it. So that means on this side, I'm just gonna swap that to that side. So each time you just pick up your jump ring in your chain, attach your tassel or your charm, and then move on to the next one. And you always want to make sure your jump rings are nice and closed. I noticed when I picked this one up, it was a little off kilter. So I'm just gonna grab a hold of it and wiggle that closed. Lydia says, I have a holder that you put each end of the necklace or bracelet into to hold it steady. It really helps. Yeah, that sounds like it would help with something like this. It's always nice to have tools to help you do your work. Makes things a little easier, especially if you like to design something a certain way and you do it over and over. I really love this little ginkgo leaf. I think it's so cute. Restless doggies, yeah. My husband just came home, so they always start jumping around and going downstairs to greet him. I'm surprised they didn't start barking though. Usually they start barking. Let's see, I'm not sure if this one on the end is gonna give me a problem closing. So before I settle on that being there, let's see how that works. Oh yeah, that works okay. So there you have it. You have a cute chain and charm bracelet. Let me put this guy on here. Really quick to do. You just have to handle your jump rings, and that is about, and count. Let's not forget the counting. Okay, so I am struggling a little bit with this last one there. So I think I need to move this guy from the end. I'm gonna move him in so that he's not getting in the way of my clasp. So I'm just gonna pop them into that one and do the same thing on this side. I actually think it was this one that was bugging me, but go ahead. All right, and now I should have a much easier time putting on my bracelet. So cute. And look at how sweet this little toggle is. It just works perfectly with this guy. These tassels turned out super cute. I like the addition of the tassels. So this was in my first one that was just in gold. And then that one there. And just to show you guys another example, this is not a bracelet I did, but I had a very talented friend, Nancy, at one of the bead stores I worked at, and she was my inspiration for this design here. But instead of using chain, she created all of her own links. So she made a beaded link there, a beaded link there, and then she had a connector. So this is how you could see you can do this without chain. Chain is just a very simple, especially if you're new to doing this kind of thing, it's a very easy way of doing it. Plus you get to use up any little bits and bops of chain you might have had holding on to. But she went ahead and created all these little connectors and then put the charms in between. So I wanted to show you guys to this example as well, just so you can see how there's lots of different ways you can create your own little charms, like she did here with some beads and some bead caps, just strung right on a head pin. Again, you can find head pins and eye pins over at softluxcompany.com on closeout. So if you need to stock up on any of that kind of stuff, like grab some head pins and jump rings and eye pins and clasps, get your order up to $59 and you will get your free Sarah's Beachy kit. Pamela, you made a beautiful and unique bracelet. Thanks, Pamela. And you know, it matches me. I'm gonna turn you guys back up, because I love to create jewelry that matches what I'm wearing. I guess it ensures that I always have jewelry to match my clothes if I decide to design with what I've got on. So this is a really fun little tassel jingle jangle that matches my gray shirt today. What do we have going on this week? We have aside from the Beachy sale, we've got our new tools we talked about. The new red-handled tools are in stock. We've got the Amazon Princess kit is still available, but there are only 13 left when I checked before coming on the video. So really close to selling out on that one. We also have the Amazon bead strand still available, and we have Sarah's Beachy gift. You get to $59 at softluxcompany.com. You'll get it for free, or you can buy it for $14.95. If you look at the page for the product, if you click into it, there is a picture of an example of what the check glass mix will look like. It'll be similar to that. And Sarah will be doing a new video on Wednesday over on the SoftLux Facebook page at 1 p.m. Pacific time. And James will be doing a new video here on YouTube on Thursday at 2 p.m. Pacific time is when that will premiere. Yeah, so that's what we got going on this week. Let me just check, see if there's anything else I need to mention. I think that is all. Looks really cute, thank you. And Amber says I made a beautiful design. Thank you. I hope you guys had fun with this one, and if you have some charms in your stash, you will go ahead and make a bracelet today. Share it on the SoftLux VIB studio group. That's today's prompt for Joyful Beading, is make a charm bracelet. For every design you share, you will be entered to win a $10 credit, store credit on your next order. So if you make one charm bracelet, or if you make 5 charm bracelets, you will get an entry into the giveaway depending on how many pictures and designs you share with us today. We do that every day. So from Monday through Friday, we have a prompt, and when you share what you're working on within that prompt, we go through all the entries and choose a winner to receive a $10 credit on their future order, which is really a nice part of the challenge too. So have a great week. I look forward to, actually, I'm not gonna see you next Monday because I think it's a holiday, isn't it? Let me look. Do we have, is Monday a holiday? I think it is, yes. The 25th of May. It is a holiday. I will be off on Monday, so I will catch you the following Monday. So what I should tell you too is Tuesday, May 26th, we are going to be having our next live sale. So mark your calendars for Tuesday, May 26th at 1 p.m. Pacific time on the Facebook, Softflex Facebook page will be our next live bead sale. If you participated in our last live bead sale, I know that they're still going through all of the orders. We had a huge response, which was fantastic. So if you haven't heard from us yet with a payment request, I believe you'll be hearing from us soon. Probably by tomorrow, I would think. But just hang tight if you haven't heard from us yet. We're still going through and processing all of those orders. And save the date for May 26th for our next live sale. Those are always so fun, and I get roped into buying them as well. I always tell myself I'm not gonna watch, and I just can't help it. It's just too fun. I can't not watch. And then when I watch, I always see beads I want. So I feel your pain. It's a lot of fun. I hope you enjoy them. Mark your calendar for our next one. And I will catch you not next Monday, but the Monday after. Have a wonderful Memorial Day, and stay safe out there. All right, talk to you guys later. Bye.